And welcome back to the Sports Arena on a Monday night. Your man Eric Wilson alongside the entire guys. I got my co-host Ray Lynn, Mike Harris-Nudo out there on the West Coast and left coast, believe in the Pac-12, and John Scheer, part of the Sideline Sports flagship show and the Sideline Sports Network management leadership team and the family. So make sure you check him out tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Great interview that John did today. John, you want to take a minute and talk about that, or you just want to save it till it comes out?
We'll save it until it comes out.
All right, fair enough. Let's keep it moving here, gentlemen, on the Sports Arena here tonight. Let me go ahead and pull this screen back up here so we can get back at it. We are talking about the AFC West and giving you our prediction. So let me go back here for a minute and pull up, because we were talking about, well, we've already talked about the Chiefs. We've talked about the Raiders. Let's talk about them Chargers. As you can see here, all of us pretty much gave them at least 10, 11 wins. Ty only gave them 7. John gave them 8. How did we stack rank on this one? Well, as you can see, Megan, Mike, and myself were a little rambunctious about it, but not by much. John was only off by 1. Ray off by 2. So, Ray, I'm going to come back to you on this one, my brother. The LA, no, I'm sorry. I said I was going to start with Mike because he is the president. He is the president of the Justin Herbert fan club. So, Mike Carrot-Tenuto, let me pull up their schedule so you can see that here as well. Talk to me, Mike, about the Chargers, sir.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's a tough schedule, but what they've added this year, and yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's president of the Justin Herbert fan club. I'll take it because, again, seeing him play for as much as he did when he was at Oregon, and yes, he did have weapons around him, but man, that kid, again, the Chargers are showing that they knew what to do, and when certain teams didn't draft him, the Chargers just thanked their lucky stars, and 2 games into his career, he's starting against the Super Bowl champs. So, but no, what the Chargers did in the offseason, I mean, yeah, that going for it on 4th down in their own territory, that's something they had to get the taste out of their mouth, but man, did they cure that in free agency. I mean, you bring in a J.C. Jackson. They re-sign Mike Williams. They get and I like this young kid. And Eric is just another person that's got. You didn't get like a ginormous contract, but got a pretty good contract. Sebastian Joseph Day, the kid that was with the Rams that won a Super Bowl playing next to Khalil Mack, or playing next to Aaron Donald. Sorry. And then I was going to say the Chargers get also signed Khalil Mack. So man, they are definitely making a run at this and. They built up their offensive line. Brandon Staley's now another year of experience. And again, I don't think you'd go for a situation involved deep in his own territory like that. But man, I love what the Chargers did in this offseason. I mean, especially when you bring in, John talked secondary for the Raiders, but you bring in a guy like J.C. Jackson. That's huge for them. And to keep that size with Mike Williams. Oh, and you still have the people always forget, and Keenan Allen. So, they beefed up their defense a little more. They're beefing up their offense, and Herbert's going to have a big year. I mean, we talk about MVP candidates. I literally think, and I know we'll get to Denver, all 4 of those quarterbacks will take votes away from each other in the MVP race. But for the Chargers, man, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm taking them to win the division, man. I got them at 12-5. And I just think that it's going to be a huge year for that team. But I think they get to 12-5. I like them.
Taking votes away from Tua.
What for gets taken out of a game by Ryan Fitzpatrick because he can't finish it because Brian Flores wanted the real quarterback in Justin Herbert?
John,
we can keep going.
How do you continually do it? I just told you at the beginning of the show that we weren't going to talk about your division until next week. Yet you still find a way to talk about your guy. Did you not mention his name?
I said.
Did you not mention his name?
I didn't say the Dolphins.
Did you not? Yes or no, John? You mentioned his name. I'm gonna need you to keep silent until next Monday night when we discuss your. Trust me, John. You will have your time. Just be patient. Okay? Thank you. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead next here. When I look at the Los Angeles Chargers, here's what I see. I do see a young team. I see a team that is on the come up. I see a team that for years had Phillip Rivers behind center and were never able to fully eclipse the potential of that team. when I look at this team now, and we've seen Justin Herbert continually evolve, he is no one to sleep on. And we all know this. But we also know that he is continually behind the 8 ball with regards to playing against Patrick Mahomes twice a year. He has to find a way to eclipse that. But then what does the AFC West do? Oh, they just hand Derek Carr, his college buddy, in Devontae Adams. And oh, by the way, Denver, now you actually have a quarterback with every other piece that you needed already in place. So, Justin Herbert, when I look at you and I look at this team led by you, I say to myself, sir, you've got a tall task ahead of you. And what I'm fearful of is that the expectation that has been placed upon you by us and others and those who love and support you, I'm not sure if you're capable enough at this point right now to live up to those expectations, which is why I'm saying you're going to go 9-8. I don't anticipate them being a double-digit win team. And quite frankly, I actually have them out of the playoffs and not one of the 3 teams going to the playoffs from the AFC West. So let me move on to my man, Ray, and then, John, you'll close it out. But, Ray, talk to me about the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I just got to address the idea that he has to overcome, I guess, playing against Mahomes. So he's been in the league 2 years. That's 4 games against the Chiefs. He's 2-2, and the 2 games he lost was in overtime. Like, Justin Herbert has done very well against the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 wins, 2 overtime losses. Meaning he won twice, and the other 2 games he took it all the way to the final buzzer, and it took extra minutes to beat him. So I don't think they're scared of the Kansas City Chiefs. As a matter of fact, I have the Los Angeles Chargers winning this division. Write this down, 13-4. And remember, I said that I'm giving 3-3 in the division. Only other loss I see on their schedule, Rams, week 17, right? And the other 3 going to come within the division. They come out, they get Vegas at home to start the season, right? Home game come out. I expect them to win at home. Then they get Kansas City at Kansas City on my birthday, September 15th. And I think, again, that game means more to them. I think the Chargers are going to come out early in the season trying to make a statement, trying to prove to people that they belong, that all the praise they've been getting in the offseason is justified. Somebody, I was in a sports group today, and somebody said, make a bold prediction. And the dude said, the Chargers win the AFC. Right now, they're the 3rd betting favorite out of the AFC. It's the Bills, the Chiefs, then them. They are the number 3 betting favorite in Vegas right now to come out of the AFC. It's not a bold statement. They're going to be very good. And I think they know that people are expecting them to be good. And they're going to come out playing like they're trying to prove that that's accurate, right? I think they're going to beat Kansas City in week 2. And then they get Jacksonville and Houston. That's 2 bye weeks. They get Cleveland at Cleveland while Deshaun Watson, as of right now, right, is still suspended. Then they get Denver and Seattle. They very well could be 6-1 or 7-0 going into their bye week in week 8. So I think they're going to start off a very favorable schedule to start off, right? And they're going to build their confidence, and it's going to carry on throughout the rest of the season. You heard it here. 13-4, LA Chargers will win this division.
Well, I said they'd win it too.
Hey. I didn't talk while you was talking.
I agree
All
with
right.
you, man.
John Shear, since we know you've had some very interesting statements, probably some bold statements that'll come back to bite you in the butt at the end of the season.
Thank you.
But talk to me on your opinion with regard, you're welcome, about the Los Angeles Chargers.
Of course. They win this division by default. They're much better than any of the teams in this division. Nobody in this division is even close defensively to what they are. So you got to be able to play defense to be able to survive. Their offense is just as good as anybody in this division, if not better. Like, there's nothing anybody does in this division that comes close to what the Chargers can do collectively as a team. Like, the Chargers are just head and shoulders better than the other 3 teams. They win this division by default. I hate to agree with Mike because, I mean, it makes me want to vomit. It's like nails against a chalkboard, but 12-5 is the perfect record for them. They win it easily. They coast to this thing.
Well, you'd be right for once. You agree with me helps you out.
12-5 is a perfect
12-5.
record. Yeah.
I just don't see it. And listen,
You
I've
said
been
they
wrong
missed the
before.
playoffs. Like, how?
Well, John, I'll tell you why. Because one of the wins that I actually give them is against your Miami Dolphins in December.
They'll kill them.
Look,
Okay.
Go back and look what the Chargers do against the Dolphins. The Dolphins always have.
Well, Khalil Mack wasn't there to kill Tua because we all know when Tua starts getting hit.
That old washed-up guy that'll be injured by the time they play.
Oh, it's so pathetic. Oh,
I'm looking at this, Mike, and I can tell you right now, Mike, Deshaun Watson, even though he's not going to play, I think they're going to lose to the Cleveland Browns, depending on what happens with Kareem Hunt. And we can discuss that at a later time. Matter of fact, if we have time after we get finished with the Denver Broncos, we will definitely talk about that. But again, Ray,
that's before the 6-week mark, Eric? Or
correct, it is.
Okay, so
yes.
They probably won't face Watson then.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But again, everybody's anticipating, but they're coming to Cleveland, and I think that's going to play a factor. Okay, Ray, you talk about Kansas City where Justin Herbert is 2-2 against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, okay, that's 50%. We're not saying 50% is where he needs to be. I want him to be better than that. I want him to, not saying it's going to happen, but show me that you can get past this guy, that it's not going to be an even split. I would like the Chargers to go 4-2 and have both of those wins sweep Kansas City. That, to me, is an elevation in who he is. I take nothing away from what he's done, but to get to that next level, you've got to surmount and overcome certain obstacles, and I feel that is an obstacle that he has to overcome.
Man, that's Patrick Mahomes.
I get it.
That's a tall task.
I know who it is. I do. I know who it is.
Jeez.